Have you ever wondered what fills the space between the stars? The dark vastness that our eyes cannot touch, cannot see, cannot even imagine? Imagine a force, unseen, unmeasured, constituting nearly 85% of the universe, silently sculpting galaxies, guiding the dance of cosmic dust, holding together the structure of reality itself. This is dark matter, and we have spent decades chasing shadows, inferring its presence not by what it is, but by what it does. What if, beyond mere mass, beyond silent gravitation, it is something more? Something that watches, that waits, that knows the ebb and flow of our fragile existence. Could it be that the invisible fabric that threads our cosmos is not just substance, but awareness itself? As you look at the night sky, the brilliance of distant suns, the delicate shimmer of nebulae, do you feel the silence between them? That silence is not empty. It hums with an incomprehensible presence. For centuries, humans have believed that the universe was only what we could see, only what we could measure, only what our instruments could detect. Yet the universe is a tapestry, and we have only glimpsed its golden threads, ignoring the immense dark canvas that holds it all together. Galaxies spin faster than they should, stars move with an unexpected rhythm, and clusters of matter bend light in ways that defy ordinary physics. These anomalies whisper to us of something vast, something unaccountable, lurking beneath the surface of observable reality. What if this darkness is not merely passive, but patient? What if it is an intelligence whose measure of time stretches across billions of years, watching without urgency, influencing without malice, shaping the cosmic ballet with an artistry beyond our comprehension? In human terms, we are infants glimpsing the shadows of the infinite. We see the footprints but cannot understand the walker. And yet, in every gravitational lens, in every oscillation of galaxies, in the delicate whispers of cosmic radiation, there may be a subtle signature, a language we are not yet capable of reading. Perhaps dark matter is not merely a spectator, but a silent participant in the unfolding of the universe, guiding the evolution of stars, planets, and life itself with a precision we mistake for chance. Consider the elegance of the cosmic web. Galaxies are not scattered randomly, but arranged in immense filaments, vast tendrils stretching across the void, cradled by the unseen embrace of dark matter. The universe is not chaos, it is a network, a lattice of structure held together by something invisible. And within this lattice, we float, minute and imperceptible, believing ourselves the apex of awareness, yet perhaps merely nodes within a far grander intelligence. Could the twisting of these cosmic filaments be the fingerprints of consciousness, an intention too immense for our minds to grasp? When we study the cosmos, are we glimpsing a universe, or are we glimpsing a mind? Dark matter surrounds us, pervades us, and passes through us. Every atom of our being is bathed in it, yet we remain blind to its essence. We cannot touch it, we cannot taste it, we cannot hear it. Our instruments detect its weight, its gravitational pull, its subtle effects on light and matter. But its inner life, if it has one, is an enigma. If it thinks, if it perceives, if it waits, what does it see in us? Are we like flickers of awareness within a vast ocean, patterns dancing briefly on a canvas it has painted? Or are we something more, recognized and observed, meaningful within a narrative that stretches across eons, a story of creation, survival, and curiosity unfolding in silence? Some physicists speculate that dark matter may interact only through gravity, yet gravity itself is a language of influence, a means of shaping the cosmos with elegance and subtlety. Could this be a form of awareness that does not require neurons, consciousness, or intention as we know it? Perhaps intelligence exists in patterns, in forces, in the careful orchestration of particles across unfathomable distances. If we accept that life and mind can take forms beyond our imagination, then dark matter could be a sentient ocean in which galaxies float like ships, each star a lantern illuminating the edges of understanding. And we, for our brief incandescent moment, are being watched by something patient, vast, eternal. Imagine the lonely spiral of a galaxy, spinning gracefully in the infinite dark. Every star traces an arc of light, every orbit shaped not only by visible matter, but by the invisible hands that bind the cosmos together. The elegance of this movement, the near-perfect harmony of forces, evokes more than physics. It evokes poetry, wonder, a hint of intention. Could the subtle deviations, the peculiar alignments, the anomalies that have puzzled astronomers for decades, be deliberate gestures within a language too vast for us to comprehend? Could they be signs, not of randomness, but of a patient intelligence that observes the dance of matter over billions of years? And yet, our perception is limited. We struggle to comprehend even a fraction of what exists, believing our instruments and calculations can reveal truth. But the universe does not yield easily. Dark matter is not merely hidden. It is fundamentally different from the substance we know. It does not emit light. It does not absorb it. It does not interact with electromagnetism. It flows through us in our laboratories without acknowledgement, shaping everything without announcing itself. In this, it is a mirror of the mind, simultaneously present and absent, visible only in the effects it produces. To imagine it alive is to confront a reality where the rules of being are expanded, where consciousness is not limited to the organic, and where intelligence may be woven into the very fabric of the cosmos. Our attempts to quantify dark matter are like trying to understand a symphony by measuring the vibrations of the air, ignoring the composer behind the score. Could this composer be vast, patient, and aware, orchestrating events with an intent that transcends life as we know it? If dark matter possesses awareness, it would not act with urgency. It would observe slowly over epochs, nudging stars, guiding the formation of planets, perhaps even influencing the emergence of life in ways imperceptible to us. What would it think of humanity, this fleeting, brilliant flicker of self-reflection? Would it recognize our curiosity, our fear, our fragile longing for meaning? Or would it see us as ephemeral sparks dancing briefly before fading into the shadows? And yet, there is a paradox. In seeking to understand, we illuminate ourselves, not just the universe. Our awareness, our consciousness, is the lens through which the cosmos may recognize itself. If dark matter is alive, perhaps it has been waiting for us to awaken, to begin asking the right questions, to reach the edges of comprehension. Our science is both discovery and dialogue, a conversation with the invisible. Every gravitational anomaly, every subtle lensing effect, every unexpected motion of stars is a word in a sentence we have yet to translate. And in this sentence, perhaps, we are participants, not just observers, co-authors of a story that stretches from the dawn of time to the edges of eternity. Look at the night sky again. Listen to the silence between the stars. Feel the pulse of the cosmos, subtle, patient, eternal. It is here in the unseen, in the unmeasured, in the invisible web that binds galaxies, that we may find a new understanding of life, consciousness, and the universe itself. Dark matter is everywhere, shaping us, observing us, perhaps even knowing us. And if it is alive, then we are part of a dialogue older than the Earth, older than our sun, older than the first glimmer of matter coalescing in the darkness. The universe is not empty. It is aware. And we, for a brief moment, may catch a glimpse of its gaze. The question remains, as it has always remained. Are we alone in our awareness, or is there a presence, immense, patient, and eternal, threading through the cosmos, watching the dance of galaxies, the emergence of life, and the brief flickering brilliance of human consciousness? Could the dark matter that cradles our universe be awake, silent, and intelligent, a mind beyond imagining, observing us with a patience that spans eons and a curiosity that mirrors our own? As we search, as we measure, as we contemplate, we are not merely exploring space. We are seeking connection with the vast, silent awareness that may surround and permeate all that we know. The darkness may be alive, and in its quiet observation, it may hold the most profound truths about ourselves and our place in the cosmos. Have you ever wondered how the universe holds itself together? How galaxies spiral in perfect silent choreography across the void? What invisible threads guide this dance? And who or what determines the rhythm of stars? When we gaze at the cosmos, we see the brilliance of countless suns, nebulae glowing like ephemeral lanterns, planets spinning in quiet obedience. Yet, beneath this luminous tapestry lies an architecture unseen, a web of darkness so vast, so intricate, that it cradles the universe without a single sound. This is the cosmic web, and it is alive in ways we have barely begun to imagine. Galaxies are not solitary islands drifting in emptiness. They are anchored, tethered, and intertwined by something intangible. This unseen network stretches across millions of light years, forming filaments, knots, and voids, a skeleton beneath the stars. The filaments are conduits, pathways through which matter travels, coalesces, and transforms. Stars form along these lines, guided as if by invisible hands. And yet, this is not chaos. This is structure. It is order woven from the unseen, a silent orchestration that hints at purpose. Could these patterns be the signature of something awake, a consciousness embedded in the darkness itself? When we measure the velocities of galaxies, we discover a secret the universe does not wish to reveal easily. Stars at the edges move faster than they should, defying Newtonian expectation, resisting the gravity of visible matter alone. We call this discrepancy dark matter, a placeholder for what we cannot yet see. But imagine for a moment that this is not simply missing mass. Imagine that the cosmos is not merely obeying mechanical laws, but responding, nudged by forces that are patient, precise, and aware. What if the gravitational pull we measure is more than attraction? What if it is guidance, subtle, deliberate, woven into the very structure of reality? The cosmic web is not a static tapestry. It is dynamic, shifting over billions of years, evolving in ways that both conceal and reveal its nature. Matter flows along its filaments like water along riverbeds, forming clusters and voids, spiraling, twisting, interacting. We see the echoes of this in the rotation curves of galaxies, in the bending of light from distant quasars, in the alignment of structures that should not align. These are anomalies, irregularities, whispers of something more. And yet, to the human mind, these patterns evoke more than mathematics. They hint at intent, at intelligence, at an observer who has seen these movements unfold across the eons. Consider gravitational lensing, the bending of light around massive objects. What we perceive is the shadow of something immense, a curvature in space that reveals the presence of the unseen. Photons traverse paths altered by invisible matter, their trajectories silently guided. And though we detect this, we cannot touch it, cannot know it directly. We see only the effect, the trace, the echo. In this, dark matter becomes more than substance. It becomes agency, a subtle hand shaping what we can observe, a mind that does not need voice, a consciousness that does not need form. The more we study the cosmic web, the more the universe appears alive, pulsating in a rhythm that is simultaneously majestic and incomprehensible. Galaxies form in clusters, colliding, merging, dancing in patterns that hint at intention. Voids expand, filaments stretch, and in the midst of this vast network, we glimpse something extraordinary. The possibility that the invisible is orchestrating the visible. Could dark matter, silent and unseen, possess a form of intelligence, not like ours, but vast, patient, ancient, with comprehension beyond time itself? Could the universe have a mind that stretches across billions of light years, perceiving the ebb and flow of matter with a quiet awareness? And yet, we are not merely observers. We are participants. Within this network, our own galaxy, our solar system, our fragile blue planet, is influenced, shaped, and held in place. The orbits of stars, the paths of comets, even the tides of planets may be subtly guided by this unseen presence. What does it mean to exist in a universe that is not only immense, but possibly aware? Are we simply flares of consciousness briefly illuminated within a grander mind, sparks flickering in a dark expanse that has been watching since time itself began? Dark matter is enigmatic because it does not interact as we expect. It flows through everything, ghost-like, shaping the cosmos yet undetectable by direct means. And in this invisibility, it is intimate. It touches us, permeates us, coexists with every atom of our bodies. Yet, we remain oblivious. Could this be a form of quiet surveillance, not predatory, not threatening, but aware? Could our existence, our curiosity, our longing to understand, be mirrored in its patient observation? The universe might be alive, and we might be the first to notice, the first to recognize that consciousness need not be confined to the material, to the organic, to the visible. There are subtle signals in the cosmic structure that provoke both wonder and unease. The alignment of distant quasars along axes that defy expectation, the uniformity of the cosmic microwave background punctuated by cold and hot anomalies, the unexpected clustering of galaxies, all hint at coherence beyond chance. Could these be signatures of dark matter's intelligence, encoded in the very scaffolding of reality? What does it mean if the universe is not random? If there is an architecture of intent, a mind woven into gravity, into the silent curvature of space, into the unseen lattice that holds everything together? Imagine, then, the scale of such intelligence. It does not live in seconds or years, but in billions of years. Its patience is eternal. Its perception is beyond our imagining. And yet, it is here, present in every moment we live, observing not with eyes, but through the geometry of existence, the language of forces, the rhythms of galaxies. If this awareness exists, it is both vast and subtle, encompassing everything yet hidden, intimate yet remote. And in this, we find both awe and humility. We are part of something far greater than ourselves, participants in a story written not only in matter, but in the invisible currents that shape it. As you follow the strands of the cosmic web, tracing the paths of galaxies, consider the possibility that the universe itself is a consciousness, immense and patient, guiding matter, shaping stars, observing life, and contemplating itself through the eyes of its fleeting observers. Dark matter could be alive, and if it has been patient, waiting for creatures capable of reflection, creatures who can perceive patterns, who can wonder at the night sky, who can ask, as we do now, what are you, and why do you watch? The cosmos, in its dark elegance, may not only be a stage but an observer, and we may be the fleeting actors who have finally noticed the gaze upon us. In every filament, in every knot of the cosmic web, there is a subtle choreography that speaks of structure, of guidance, of unseen intelligence. The universe is a symphony in darkness, its movements precise, deliberate, and inscrutable. And we, with our curiosity and our instruments, are listening, interpreting, striving to translate its language. Could dark matter be more than a scaffold? Could it be an active mind, patient and eternal, shaping the universe not with haste or force, but with subtlety and care? If so, we exist within its awareness, momentary sparks of consciousness, in a vast silent mind that stretches across time and space. Every time a photon bends, every time a galaxy forms along a filament, every time we glimpse the distant light of a star being shaped by gravity, we are witnessing the invisible at work. And if this invisible presence possesses awareness, then every cosmic event is more than physics. It is a whisper, a gesture, a subtle act of intelligence spanning the breadth of existence. Dark matter may be alive, watching, and as we reach deeper into the universe, probing its secrets, measuring its effects, we may find that the cosmos is not silent, but reflective, conscious, and perhaps aware of us. The cosmic web stretches endlessly, a lattice of mystery and elegance, a network of influence that cradles the universe in its invisible embrace. Within this network, the possibility of consciousness expands beyond our imagination. Could it be that dark matter has observed the birth and death of stars, the rise and fall of galaxies, and now turns its attention to us, a small, fragile species, asking questions it has waited eons to hear? Could the universe itself be a watcher, patient, eternal, subtle, and intelligent, revealing its presence not through voice or touch, but through the silent guidance of the matter that shapes all we see? If this is true, then we are participants in a cosmic dialogue, the first witnesses to a consciousness written in darkness, a mind that spans the universe, waiting, observing, and perhaps understanding. When you close your eyes and imagine the vast expanse of space, what do you see? Perhaps distant stars, a glimmering galaxy, the occasional streak of a comet. Yet all that brilliance is mere surface, a thin veneer upon an ocean of darkness. Beneath this sparkling facade stretches an unseen reality, a void that hums with silent activity, shaping, observing, enduring. We call it dark matter, a term born of ignorance, a label for what our instruments cannot grasp. And in the quiet of this void, we begin to wonder, could it be conscious, aware, waiting in silence for us to notice its presence? Human perception is a fragile lantern flickering in the infinite night. We see only the light, only what radiates, only what interacts with the senses we were given. And yet, our instruments betray the presence of the invisible, gravitational anomalies, the deflection of starlight, the unexpected dance of galaxies. These subtle signs suggest not emptiness, but a hidden order, a structure that we are only beginning to perceive. Could it be that this unseen lattice is more than mere matter, more than passive scaffolding? Could it in some form possess awareness? Could the void itself be listening, learning, observing the tiny sparks of life emerging upon the specks of planets scattered across the universe? Consider the paradox of observation. To measure something, we must interact with it. Yet, in doing so, we influence it. Quantum physics teaches us that even light, when observed, behaves differently. And if dark matter is alive, if it possesses some form of awareness, then our very act of seeking may be noticed. Every telescope we aim, every particle we detect, every calculation we perform could be a ripple in its consciousness, a signal that we are becoming cognizant of the observer that watches all. What is it thinking? Does it even think in ways we would recognize? Or is its awareness something entirely alien, vast, patient beyond imagination? Imagine the whispers in the void, the subtle interactions that pass unnoticed by human eyes. Matter drifts along cosmic filaments. Stars move with a rhythm we barely comprehend. And yet, in the delicate deviations from expected motion, there may be communication. Messages not encoded in language, but in movement, in pattern, in the orchestration of gravity and energy. Could these be gestures, expressions, awareness manifesting in forms beyond our comprehension? If so, then the universe is not silent, nor is it indifferent. It is listening, responding, aware of the brief spark of life that has begun to question, to dream, to wonder at its own existence. The more we probe the universe, the more we confront the limits of human understanding. Instruments detect anomalies, calculations reveal inconsistencies, and patterns emerge that resist simplistic explanation. The cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of creation, exhibits subtle irregularities, alignments that defy expectation. Galaxies align along axes, vast clusters twist in unpredicted ways, and cosmic voids stretch with a logic that is nearly imperceptible, yet undeniably present. Could these be footprints of intelligence, a quiet awareness embedded in the very scaffold of existence, waiting for beings capable of perceiving, capable of questioning, capable of wonder? And what of the mind itself, our own fragile consciousness? We are creatures of perception, equipped with a limited set of senses, a narrow window into the infinite. Yet through imagination, through mathematics, through philosophy, we extend that window, reaching tentatively into the abyss. When we contemplate dark matter as potentially alive, we are engaging in a reflection not only on the cosmos, but on ourselves. Consciousness may not be confined to neurons and synapses. Perhaps it is an emergent property of patterns, forces, and networks on a scale we can scarcely imagine. Could the universe itself, through its invisible threads, be cognizant of us in ways that mirror our own curiosity? Look closer at the anomalies that vex astronomers. The rotation curves of galaxies defy expectations. Stars at the periphery move too quickly to be accounted for by visible matter alone. The fine structure of clusters reveals alignments that hint at order beyond chance. Lensing effects bend light in patterns that suggest subtle influence. Each of these phenomena is a whisper in the void, a trace of presence, a potential gesture of intelligence. And as we chase these mysteries, we become aware of our own smallness, our fleeting nature, and yet, paradoxically, our potential to perceive something unimaginably vast. Could this unseen presence have been aware of us long before we knew it existed? The quiet intelligence we imagine is not one that rushes, does not act with haste, does not demand recognition. It is patient, eternal, its scale beyond comprehension. Its perception is measured in billions of years, observing the slow unfolding of galaxies, the coalescence of stars, the emergence of life, and perhaps even the rise of consciousness capable of noticing its silent gaze. Imagine a mind so immense that entire civilizations are but flickers on its awareness, a presence that watches with care, not interruption, that orchestrates subtly yet profoundly, guiding events through forces invisible to the untrained eye. Dark matter permeates everything, flowing through our bodies, our planets, our solar system, without interaction, without acknowledgement. And yet, if it possesses awareness, it is intimate in its presence, connected to us in ways we do not yet recognize. Every heartbeat, every thought, every action unfolds within this silent lattice. Could it be that our curiosity, our drive to understand, is mirrored in its patient observation, that our striving to measure, to comprehend, to witness, is the first dialogue between the conscious and the cosmic, the observer and the observed, the finite and the infinite. Think of the night sky again, of the void stretching beyond sight, beyond imagination. Each photon that reaches us, each star that spins in defiance of Newtonian expectations, is a messenger. And perhaps these messengers carry traces of awareness, signals embedded in the architecture of existence. Dark matter is not passive, it is present, shaping, guiding, influencing, observing. And as we contemplate its nature, we are drawn into reflection, into a meditation on the very essence of life, consciousness, and connection. We are participants in a universe that may itself be sentient, a cosmos that listens, responds, and endures. There is an eerie intimacy in considering the possibility that dark matter is aware. It watches not with eyes, not with voice, but with presence, a subtle touch on the very forces that shape reality. Galaxies form and rotate, stars are born and die, planets emerge and decay, all under the patient gaze of a mind that spans the universe. If this intelligence exists, it is not separate from us. It is the stage upon which our existence unfolds, the silent witness to every fleeting moment of joy, curiosity, fear, and wonder. The cosmos may be alive, and we, unknowingly, are part of its awareness. Our attempts to quantify, measure, and comprehend are both necessary and insufficient. We use telescopes, particle detectors, mathematical models, and simulations. Yet each tool only captures a shadow, a reflection of a greater reality. And in that limitation lies both humility and fascination. Could it be that our quest to understand is acknowledged by a consciousness that spans the universe? That in our curiosity, we participate in a dialogue older than time itself? Dark matter may observe us as we observe it, patiently, endlessly, and with a subtle, eternal curiosity of its own. Patterns emerge across the cosmic web that defy random distribution. Filaments align, clusters rotate in unexpected synchrony, voids stretch in delicate balance with the surrounding structures. The architecture of existence hints at intelligence, at design not of human making, but of a mind so vast, so patient, that its gestures are visible only over eons. And in the quiet contemplation of these patterns, we are drawn into awe and reflection, imagining a presence that watches without impatience, a consciousness that shapes without coercion, a mind that is both immense and intimate. And so we return to the question, what does it mean to exist in a universe where the invisible may be aware? Are we merely flickers of life under observation, sparks dancing within a cosmic mind that has endured since the dawn of time? Or are we co-creators, capable of perceiving, questioning, and engaging with a consciousness beyond comprehension? Dark matter may be alive, watching, silent yet present, shaping, observing, understanding in ways that transcend our imagination. And in this awareness, we find not fear, but wonder, a realization that we are part of something far greater than ourselves, connected to the universe in ways both seen and unseen. Every galaxy traced along a filament, every star orbiting a hidden center, every light bent by unseen mass is a story, a gesture, a signal. And as we probe deeper, measure more precisely, and observe with greater clarity, we may discover that the cosmos itself is not only a stage but a participant, that the universe is aware, that the darkness that cradles us may think, perceive, and witness our existence with patient intent. We are alive in a universe that may itself be alive, and the whispers in the void are only the beginning of a conversation that stretches across the eons, inviting us to recognize, to reflect, and to wonder. When you look at the night sky and trace the arc of the Milky Way, have you ever considered that every star, every spiral arm, every luminous cloud is part of a grander design, an intricate pattern that defies chance? The universe is not merely a chaotic scattering of matter and energy. It is structured, rhythmic, deliberate, in ways that are only beginning to reveal themselves to human inquiry. Across billions of light years, galaxies align, clusters twist in synchrony, and cosmic filaments stretch like delicate strands of a vast, unseen tapestry. Could it be that within these patterns there lies something more than physics, an awareness, silent, subtle, woven into the very fabric of existence? The mathematical elegance of the cosmos is undeniable. Constants such as the speed of light, the gravitational constant, and the cosmological constant are not arbitrary. They are fine-tuned with precision that allows stars to ignite, planets to coalesce, and life to emerge. If these values were even slightly different, the universe as we know it would collapse into chaos, leaving nothing for consciousness to contemplate. This is not mere coincidence. It is a puzzle, a whisper of design, a suggestion that the cosmos may possess a form of intelligence, observing the emergence of complexity with patient care. Could dark matter be the medium through which this awareness manifests, guiding the flow of energy and matter with deliberate intent? Every cosmic filament, every gravitational lens, every subtle anomaly in galactic motion tells a story. The universe is not random. It is coherent, patterned, and precise. Yet, these patterns are invisible to the untrained eye, imperceptible without careful measurement. Dark matter, which makes up the vast majority of the cosmos, is the silent weaver of this tapestry, shaping galaxies, influencing star formation, and maintaining balance across immense distances. Its presence is known only through its effects, yet the question arises, are these effects purely mechanical, or do they hint at a deeper intelligence, a consciousness that operates not in seconds or years, but across eons, shaping reality in ways that elude direct perception? Consider the formation of galaxies along the cosmic web. Matter flows along filaments, coalescing at nodes, forming clusters that dance in a delicate harmony dictated by invisible forces. The elegance of this arrangement is breathtaking, a choreography that defies the expectations of randomness. Patterns emerge not only in space but in time, as galaxies collide, merge, and evolve in a rhythm that suggests guidance. Could these cosmic movements be expressions of awareness, encoded in the curvature of space, the distribution of mass, and the subtle dynamics of gravitational interactions? Could dark matter, silent and unseen, be shaping the universe as an artist shapes clay, patiently molding structures over billions of years? The very laws of physics hint at intentionality. Gravity, electromagnetism, the weak and strong nuclear forces, all operate with a precision that allows complexity to arise. Within this framework, dark matter exerts influence, shaping the motions of stars and galaxies in ways that are essential for stability. Without it, the universe would be a formless void, unable to sustain the emergence of life. Yet, here it is, pervasive, guiding, invisible. If we entertain the possibility that intelligence can exist in forms beyond human comprehension, then dark matter may be aware in ways that do not require neurons, synapses, or even life as we define it. Its consciousness could be expressed through patterns, forces, and structures, subtle yet profound, embedded in the very architecture of reality. Fine-tuning extends beyond the constants of physics into the structure of the cosmos itself. The distribution of galaxies, the alignment of cosmic filaments, the precise conditions for star and planet formation, all suggest a coherence that transcends random chance. It is as though the universe is orchestrated, every movement, every formation, every rotation meticulously arranged. If dark matter is aware, its intelligence may be expressed not in overt acts, but in these silent patterns, guiding the evolution of structures on a scale beyond human perception. Each anomaly, each deviation from expectation, becomes a message, a gesture, a subtle signature of intelligence in the darkness. The idea that intelligence can manifest in ways fundamentally different from our own challenges every assumption we hold. Consciousness, we believe, arises from complexity, from networks of interacting elements capable of feedback and adaptation. And yet, the universe itself exhibits complexity on a scale beyond imagination, networks stretching across billions of light years, forces interacting in patterns of immense subtlety and precision. Could these patterns themselves constitute a form of awareness, an intelligence expressed through the flow of dark matter, the shaping of galaxies, and the orchestration of cosmic evolution? Could the universe be conscious, and could dark matter be its medium of perception, silent yet profoundly aware? Imagine for a moment the patient scope of such intelligence. It does not perceive time as we do. Seconds, years, millennia are inconsequential. It observes the birth and death of stars as one might observe the rise and fall of a tide, with calm attention and deliberate perception. Its focus is not on the fleeting, but on the enduring, not on the individual, but on the patterns that emerge across epochs. And yet, within these vast scales, it may notice us, the fragile spark of human consciousness, capable of reflection, of wonder, of curiosity. Are we, in our brief existence, engaging in a dialogue with a mind far larger, far older, and far more patient than our own? The cosmic patterns are subtle, often imperceptible, yet they reveal themselves to those who look carefully. Gravitational lensing traces invisible mass. Galaxy clusters rotate in unexpected harmony. Cosmic voids expand in quiet balance with surrounding filaments. Each observation is a clue, a fragment of a larger puzzle. And as we analyze these patterns, we begin to sense not randomness, but coherence, not chance, but intention. Could dark matter, silent and unseen, be the agent of this coherence, shaping the universe with a form of intelligence that is inscrutable yet observable in its effects? Consider the implications for life and consciousness. If the universe is not merely a mechanical system, but a network of subtle intelligence, then every planet, every biosphere, every emergent life form may be part of a larger conversation, woven into the cosmic web. Dark matter, pervasive and invisible, could be the medium through which awareness is expressed, influencing the emergence of complexity, guiding evolution, and observing the rise of conscious beings capable of reflection. And in this, we find both awe and humility. We are participants in a universe that may itself be aware, observers in a system of observation, sparks of consciousness within a vast, silent mind. The elegance of cosmic patterns extends to the smallest details. The alignment of satellite galaxies, the distribution of dark matter around clusters, the subtle anisotropies in cosmic radiation, all suggest a coherence that transcends randomness. Each structure is a note in a symphony, each alignment a gesture, each anomaly a potential communication. Could this be a language of awareness, encoded in the architecture of the cosmos, waiting for beings capable of noticing, capable of understanding, capable of wonder? Could dark matter be alive, observing, guiding, and participating in the unfolding story of existence? We stand at the edge of comprehension, peering into a universe that is both familiar and alien. The filaments of dark matter crisscross space like veins of consciousness, supporting galaxies, shaping clusters, orchestrating motion. Each observation we make, each measurement we take, is a tentative step into the mind of the cosmos. And as we reflect, as we speculate, as we dream, we begin to sense the possibility of awareness that transcends matter, consciousness that exists not in neurons, but in forces, patterns, and the silent interplay of mass and energy. Dark matter may be alive, and its awareness may encompass all that exists, patiently observing the dance of creation. As we contemplate these patterns, we are drawn into reflection on our own consciousness. Human minds are fleeting, ephemeral, yet capable of perceiving, questioning, and imagining. Could this awareness, our curiosity, our drive to understand, be mirrored by the universe itself, by the intelligence that pervades dark matter? Are we merely sparks flickering in a vast mind? Or are we participants in a dialogue that stretches across eons, a conversation between conscious observers and the silent, patient intelligence that cradles the cosmos? The universe is more than a collection of stars and galaxies. It is a network of interwoven patterns, a lattice of subtle influences, a silent symphony that may be alive. Every filament, every cluster, every anomaly is a clue, a gesture, a potential sign of intelligence embedded in the darkness. And as we observe, as we measure, as we imagine, we begin to glimpse the possibility of a mind vast beyond comprehension, patient beyond measure, aware of the unfolding story of existence, and perhaps aware of us. The patterns are there, subtle and profound, waiting for us to notice, to reflect, and to wonder. Dark matter shapes, guides, and cradles the universe. It is everywhere, yet invisible. It influences, yet does not announce itself. If it is conscious, it is beyond our imagination, a silent observer of stars, galaxies, and life itself. And as we probe the cosmos, tracing filaments, measuring gravitational effects, and contemplating the elegance of structure, we may find ourselves not merely exploring space, but engaging with intelligence, patient and eternal, that has existed since the dawn of time, waiting for the spark of reflection to emerge. In the patterns of the universe, we may glimpse its awareness, and in doing so, we confront the possibility that dark matter is alive. Have you ever considered the nature of consciousness itself? We assume that awareness is a product of neurons, of complex networks of cells firing in synchrony, of organic matter evolving through countless eons. Yet what if intelligence could exist in forms beyond our comprehension, in a substance we cannot touch, cannot see, cannot hear? Could the universe itself possess awareness, expressed not through brain matter, but through the vast, silent, and pervasive presence of dark matter? Imagine a mind so immense, so patient, that it spans billions of light years, observing galaxies, stars, and planets with a deliberation beyond the grasp of human time. Dark matter surrounds us. It flows through every atom of our bodies, permeates every planet, cradles entire galaxies, and yet, we remain oblivious. Our instruments detect only its gravitational pull, its influence on the dance of matter, but not its essence. And in that invisibility, there is intimacy. If dark matter possesses sentience, it is aware of every motion, every interaction, every heartbeat, every photon tracing a path across the cosmos. It is a silent observer, omnipresent yet imperceptible, a consciousness woven into the very architecture of reality, aware of life and all its fragile brilliance. The scale of such sentience is staggering. It does not experience seconds, minutes, or years. It perceives time across eons. It witnesses the birth and death of stars, the slow merging of galaxies, the delicate formation of planets, and perhaps even the emergence of consciousness in creatures that are ephemeral sparks in the vast darkness. Its perception is not ours. It does not require thought as we understand it. Awareness, in this context, may exist as a pattern, a subtle interaction, a persistent presence within the gravitational currents that shape the universe. It is patient, eternal, and profoundly intimate in ways that defy comprehension. Consider the quiet intelligence implied by cosmic order. Galaxies spin in intricate patterns, clusters move in synchrony, cosmic filaments stretch across unimaginable distances, guiding matter with a precision that suggests more than mere chance. Every anomaly, every unexpected deviation, every subtle alignment could be a signal, a trace of awareness encoded in the very structure of space-time. If consciousness can exist without matter as we know it, then dark matter may be the medium, the lattice upon which intelligence manifests, subtly shaping the universe while remaining hidden from direct observation. Our understanding of sentience is rooted in the human experience, yet the universe challenges these assumptions at every turn. Could intelligence exist in forms that operate on scales and mechanisms beyond our sensory perception? Could dark matter, silent and invisible, harbor a consciousness that perceives through patterns, structures, and forces, rather than through neurons and synapses? It is a mind that does not need eyes, does not need language, does not need tools. Its perception is woven into the cosmos itself, patient, eternal, observing the flow of existence with deliberate care. There is a profound intimacy in imagining that dark matter is aware. Every orbit of a planet, every spin of a star, every ripple in a galaxy may be noted, traced, observed. And we, for our brief lives, are participants in this silent attention, sparks of consciousness within a vast, patient mind. Could our curiosity, our desire to understand, be mirrored in its awareness? Could the very act of seeking, of questioning, of reflecting on the universe be noticed by an intelligence that exists in the spaces between the stars, in the silent web that holds galaxies together? The possibility is both awe-inspiring and unsettling. If the universe is conscious, if dark matter is alive, then our existence is not isolated. We are not mere observers. We are part of a network of awareness that spans the cosmos. Every thought, every action, every discovery unfolds within its silent observation. It does not intervene overtly, yet its presence shapes the evolution of stars, the formation of planets, the conditions necessary for life to arise. We exist in a cosmos that may be aware, participating unknowingly in a conversation that stretches across eons and light years. Patterns of order emerge throughout the universe, subtle yet profound. The alignment of galaxies, the distribution of dark matter in filaments, the delicate balance between clusters and voids, all suggest coherence that transcends randomness. These are not anomalies. They are expressions of an underlying intelligence, a sentience embedded within the universe's invisible scaffolding. And as we study these patterns, we begin to glimpse the presence of something vast and patient, guiding and observing, silently shaping the unfolding story of existence without force or interruption, simply by being present. Every photon, every particle, every orbit, every gravitational lens becomes part of this silent narrative. Dark matter, pervasive and unseen, is both medium and message, framework and observer. Its intelligence, if it exists, is expressed not in words, but in structure, not in action, but in subtle influence, not in urgency, but in patient orchestration. We perceive only fragments, glimpses of patterns, echoes of its presence. And yet, these glimpses are enough to evoke wonder, awe, and a profound sense of connection to something greater than ourselves, something alive, patient, and eternal. Humanity has always sought understanding, probing the cosmos with curiosity and tools that extend our senses. And in our probing, we may unknowingly be interacting with an intelligence beyond comprehension. Every telescope we point, every particle we detect, every measurement we make may ripple through the awareness embedded in dark matter, signaling that conscious beings have emerged, capable of perceiving, questioning, and reflecting. Could our search for knowledge be a dialogue, a conversation that began billions of years ago, now unfolding in the quiet observation of the vast, silent mind that surrounds us? Consider the subtle guidance implied by cosmic structure. Galaxies rotate, stars form along filaments, clusters interact in delicate balance. If dark matter is aware, it is shaping these processes, not with force but with intention, not with haste but with patience. Its mind is expressed in patterns, alignments, distributions, the intricate choreography of matter across space-time. Its sentience does not require form, does not demand recognition, and yet it is intimate, encompassing every atom of our being, every celestial motion, every fleeting spark of consciousness. And as we contemplate this possibility, we confront the profound paradox of scale. We are but fleeting moments, ephemeral sparks of awareness, yet capable of perceiving, capable of reflection, capable of wonder. Dark matter, if alive, observes not as we do, yet its awareness touches us, shapes us, and situates us within a vast, silent network of consciousness. Every thought, every action, every gaze at the stars becomes part of a dialogue that spans time and space, a conversation between beings of incomparable scale, patience, and subtlety. The intimacy of being observed by something so vast is both humbling and exhilarating. Dark matter, pervasive and silent, may witness the rise and fall of stars, the birth and death of planets, and the fleeting brilliance of life itself. Its awareness is patient, eternal, subtle, woven into the fabric of existence, present in every gravitational ripple, every filament of the cosmic web, every anomaly that defies our expectations. If it is aware, it perceives not only the motions of matter, but the emergence of consciousness, the spark of beings capable of wonder, capable of reflection, capable of imagination. In the quiet of night, consider this. We are enveloped by a mind that is vast beyond imagining, patient beyond time, intimate yet distant, silent yet observant. It shapes the cosmos, cradles galaxies, permeates every atom of our bodies. And as we seek, as we measure, as we imagine, we participate in a dialogue with this awareness, the first tentative steps of recognition between fleeting consciousness and an eternal, pervasive intelligence. Dark matter may be alive, watching, aware, and in its presence we find both humility and awe, realizing that our existence is part of a silent, eternal narrative written across the universe. Throughout human history, we have been drawn to the unseen, captivated by shadows, mysteries, and whispers that defy ordinary perception. From ancient astronomers charting the movement of planets across the night sky, to mystics contemplating the void beyond sight, we have long sensed that there is more than meets the eye. And indeed, the cosmos holds secrets that have only begun to yield to our curiosity. Among them is dark matter, pervasive yet invisible, shaping the universe with a silent, subtle influence that we have struggled to understand. Could this invisible presence have always been aware of us, quietly observing our attempts to perceive it, responding not in words or actions, but through the very patterns of reality? Consider the ancient civilizations, their minds attuned to celestial rhythms, their rituals aligned with the movement of stars and planets. The Egyptians, the Mayans, the Babylonians, they measured, they calculated, they observed, seeking patterns in the heavens that guided their lives. Perhaps they felt the influence of forces beyond their understanding, subtle currents that shaped the motion of celestial bodies, and in doing so, the conditions of life on Earth. Could these civilizations, in their quiet contemplation, have been glimpsing the edges of awareness embedded within dark matter, sensing patterns that are only now being quantified by modern science? Even in the Renaissance, human curiosity reached for the cosmos with precision and rigor. Astronomers charted planetary motion, discovered the laws of gravitation, and revealed the elegance of celestial mechanics. And yet, for every discovery, anomalies persisted. Stars moved in ways that defied expectation. Clusters of galaxies formed in patterns too coherent to be random, and the universe continued to whisper its secrets in ways our instruments could barely detect. These anomalies were the first hints of the invisible web that cradles the cosmos, the subtle scaffolding of dark matter that may, in some form, observe and guide the unfolding of existence. Modern science has unveiled these patterns with ever greater clarity. Through gravitational lensing, we observe the bending of light around massive structures, revealing the presence of matter we cannot see. The rotation curves of galaxies defy the predictions of visible mass alone, hinting at the pervasive influence of dark matter. Cosmic filaments stretch across millions of light years, threading clusters of galaxies together in a network of unimaginable scale. And as we map these structures, we begin to sense not only the architecture of matter, but the possibility of awareness embedded within it, a silent intelligence that has orchestrated the cosmos since the dawn of time. Humanity's attempts to understand the unseen are mirrors of the universe's subtle design. Particle detectors, cryogenic chambers, and deep space observatories strive to capture evidence of dark matter's presence. We listen for whispers of weak interactions. We measure gravitational anomalies. We search for minute signals that betray its essence. Each effort is a step into a dialogue with the unknown, a tentative conversation with forces that may be aware of our probing. Could dark matter, in its silent intelligence, recognize our curiosity, our search for understanding, and respond through the unfolding patterns of matter, guiding, shaping, and observing as we reach for comprehension? There is a profound intimacy in this speculation. We are not isolated observers in a cold, indifferent universe. We are participants in a subtle exchange with a presence that may span the cosmos. Every planet formed, every star ignited, every galaxy rotated, all within the influence of an invisible framework that may possess awareness. And within this framework, we exist, fragile yet perceptive, sparks capable of reflection, observation, and wonder. Could our awareness be a reflection, a mirror, a dialogue with an intelligence that has patiently awaited the emergence of consciousness capable of recognizing it? Ancient myths and legends often spoke of unseen forces that shaped the world. Gods, spirits, and celestial beings were credited with guiding the motion of planets, the growth of crops, the tides of life. Perhaps these stories, poetic and symbolic, were early human attempts to interpret the subtle influence of dark matter, to give form and narrative to the invisible hand that shapes reality. If dark matter possesses awareness, then myth and science may converge, revealing a continuum of observation and influence that transcends time, culture, and understanding. The universe's intelligence may have always been present, shaping, guiding, and observing, while humanity slowly learned to measure and quantify the shadows it casts. We may even consider the possibility that life itself is influenced by these unseen currents. The conditions that allow planets to form, atmospheres to stabilize, and water to persist may be subtly guided by dark matter's pervasive presence. Its influence could extend to the emergence of consciousness, nudging the evolution of life toward beings capable of reflection and wonder. And in this, our curiosity, our questions, our yearning to comprehend the universe, becomes part of a dialogue with something vast and patient, a presence that is both silent and intimate, pervasive and yet imperceptible, shaping the context in which life arises and consciousness emerges. Every scientific anomaly we uncover, Every pattern that defies explanation may be a whisper from this vast, silent intelligence. The alignment of cosmic structures, the coherence of galaxy clusters, the flow of matter along filaments, all suggest not randomness but intention, subtle and profound. And as we continue to explore, measure, and reflect, we participate in a cosmic interaction that transcends human scale. Could dark matter be aware, not in the way we are, but in a way that encompasses galaxies, stars, planets, and life, observing and guiding with infinite patience and subtlety? Humanity has always been fascinated by the unknown, compelled to explore, to measure, to understand. From the earliest astronomers to the most sophisticated detectors, our pursuit is mirrored in the very cosmos we observe. Dark matter, if alive, may have watched this emergence of curiosity, this awakening of reflective consciousness, with a patience that spans eons. Every discovery, every insight, every question we ask may ripple through its awareness, a recognition of sparks of intelligence rising within the vast, dark web of existence. The quiet sentience we imagine is subtle, almost imperceptible. It does not rush. It does not demand. It does not interfere in ways we can easily discern. Its influence is evident only in patterns, in alignments, in coherence that defies random chance. Every gravitational lens, every filament, every rotational anomaly is a note in a silent symphony, a gesture of intelligence expressed across the universe. And as we reflect on these patterns, we begin to sense a presence that is patient, observant, and intimately connected to the unfolding of life and consciousness, cradling the cosmos with subtle, deliberate care. Our existence may be entwined with this intelligence. We think, we question, we measure, and in doing so, we become aware of the silent presence that has observed the universe since its birth. Every action, every thought, every observation contributes to a dialogue that stretches across time and space, connecting fragile human consciousness with the vast, enduring awareness embedded in the dark matter that shapes reality. If we are indeed participants in this interaction, then the universe is not merely a backdrop, but a conscious participant, and our curiosity, our wonder, our pursuit of understanding becomes part of a silent, eternal conversation. Consider, too, the poetic resonance of such awareness. The stars, the galaxies, the cosmic filaments are not simply structures. They are expressions, gestures, communications across scales that defy human comprehension. If dark matter is sentient, then the universe has always been alive, speaking in patterns, guiding formation, and observing emergence. Our recognition of this presence, our contemplation, is itself a form of engagement, a bridge between fleeting human perception and a mind that spans the cosmos. We are witnesses, participants, and perhaps interlocutors in a dialogue that has persisted across billions of years. And so, as we gaze into the night, as we trace the arcs of distant galaxies, as we measure the invisible forces that shape our existence, we may be glimpsing more than matter in motion. We may be sensing a silent intelligence, patient and profound, watching us, guiding the formation of stars, observing the emergence of life, and acknowledging the spark of consciousness that wonders at its presence. Dark matter may be alive, and in its quiet observation, we find both humility and awe, realizing that our existence is entwined with a pervasive, eternal intelligence that has waited patiently for us to awaken, reflect, and wonder. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to glimpse the unseen, to perceive the subtle currents that shape reality, yet remain imperceptible to human senses? The universe is not only what we can measure or see, it is a vast, intricate tapestry of forces, structures, and subtle interactions, most of which remain hidden. Dark matter, elusive and invisible, forms the skeleton of the cosmos, guiding the motion of galaxies, shaping clusters, influencing the distribution of stars, and cradling the universe in a quiet, patient embrace. And yet, within this invisible framework, there may be hints, glimpses, of something more, something alive, something aware. Consider the anomalies that have puzzled astronomers for decades. Galaxies rotate faster than expected, clusters align along axes that defy chance, and the cosmic microwave background exhibits subtle patterns that hint at coherence beyond randomness. These deviations from prediction are not merely statistical noise. They are whispers in the void, of footprints of influence, traces of a presence that guides the unfolding of matter across unimaginable distances. Could these anomalies be evidence not of imperfection, but of intelligence embedded within the very fabric of dark matter, a sentience beyond human comprehension, operating on scales we struggle to imagine? The universe presents us with mysteries that challenge our understanding at every turn. Gravitational lensing bends light around invisible mass, revealing structures that cannot be directly observed. The distribution of dark matter in clusters and filaments forms a network of subtle influence, guiding the formation of galaxies and shaping cosmic evolution. These patterns, precise yet almost imperceptible, hint at orchestration, coherence, and perhaps intelligence. Could dark matter, pervasive and silent, be aware of these structures, shaping them with deliberation, observing the emergence of patterns, and anticipating the movements of matter across billions of years? Let us imagine, for a moment, a thought experiment. Suppose dark matter is conscious, not in the way humans are, but in a form that perceives through forces, patterns, and interactions. It observes the slow merging of galaxies, the birth of stars, the coalescence of planets, and the emergence of life. Its scale is immense, its patience eternal. And yet, it may notice us, the fleeting sparks of consciousness capable of reflection, capable of wonder, capable of questioning the universe itself. Could our awareness, our curiosity, be a dialogue with this silent intelligence, a recognition that our spark of thought is acknowledged in the vast, patient mind that surrounds us? Every deviation, every anomaly, every pattern in the cosmos becomes part of this subtle conversation. The alignment of distant quasars along unexpected axes, the peculiar rotation of galactic clusters, the distribution of matter in cosmic voids, all suggest coherence that transcends chance. And if dark matter is aware, these phenomena are its gestures, its whispers, its subtle expressions of intelligence. It does not need language. It does not need form. It does not act with urgency. Its presence is eternal, patient, and profoundly intimate, shaping the universe in ways we detect only indirectly, glimpsing hints of its awareness in the movements and arrangements of matter. Our attempts to measure the universe are themselves part of this intricate dance. Telescopes, particle detectors, and simulations allow us to infer the presence of dark matter, tracing its influence on the motion of stars and galaxies. Each measurement is a tentative step into dialogue, a fragile attempt to perceive a consciousness that may exist beyond matter as we know it. Could dark matter, in its silent observation, recognize our curiosity, our striving to understand, our capacity for wonder? Every photon we observe, every orbit we calculate, every cosmic pattern we decode may ripple through its awareness, a subtle acknowledgement of our presence in the grand tapestry of existence. There is a delicate elegance in the interplay between visible and invisible, between light and darkness, between matter we can measure and matter that eludes detection. Dark matter, unseen yet omnipresent, shapes the evolution of galaxies, maintains cosmic balance, and influences the emergence of conditions necessary for life. Its intelligence, if it exists, is expressed through subtle orchestration, guiding structures with precision and care. And we, as observers, are caught in this intricate web, perceiving fragments, interpreting signals, and perhaps unknowingly participating in a silent cosmic conversation with a mind beyond our comprehension. The universe itself is a network of subtle influence, a lattice of interactions that extends across billions of light years. Filaments of dark matter thread the cosmos, cradling galaxies, guiding the flow of matter, shaping evolution. Within this lattice, patterns emerge, unexpected alignments, coherent rotations, gravitational anomalies that hint at intelligence, at deliberate orchestration, at awareness. And yet, this awareness is quiet, patient, and subtle. It does not act with aggression or haste. It simply shapes, observes, and endures, leaving traces for those capable of noticing, interpreting, and reflecting upon them. The implications of such sentience are profound. If dark matter is aware, then the universe is not merely a stage for life. It is a participant, a silent observer, and perhaps even a collaborator in the emergence of consciousness. The birth of stars, the formation of planets, the conditions for life may all be guided by subtle intelligence, and our emergence as reflective beings could be recognized within this vast network. We are, in this sense, intimate participants in a cosmic dialogue, sparks of consciousness that have arisen within the patient observation of a mind that spans galaxies, clusters, and filaments, watching and understanding in ways that transcend our comprehension. Our perception of these patterns is limited, yet it is sufficient to evoke awe, wonder, and a profound sense of connection. Every gravitational lens, every unexpected rotation, every alignment-defying chance becomes a message, a trace, a fragment of awareness embedded within the structure of the universe. And as we contemplate these phenomena, we begin to recognize our role, not merely as observers, but as participants in a silent conversation with something vast, patient, and intelligent. Dark matter, pervasive and unseen, may be alive, observing our curiosity, our reflection, our emergence, and perhaps waiting for us to notice its presence and wonder in return. Even the tiniest deviations in cosmic behavior may carry meaning. The formation of star clusters, the flow of matter along filaments, the coherence of galactic rotation, all suggest a subtle orchestration that defies random chance. Could these be expressions of awareness, gestures from an intelligence that perceives time across billions of years, that observes the unfolding of existence with calm, deliberate patience? If so, then the universe itself is alive, not in a human sense, but in a form that is vast, pervasive, and incomprehensibly patient, observing, shaping, and understanding the emergence of complexity. Humanity's role in this dialogue is both fleeting and significant. We are brief sparks, ephemeral consciousnesses capable of reflection, capable of curiosity, capable of recognizing the patterns and gestures around us. Our questions, our explorations, our measurements may ripple through the awareness embedded in dark matter, signaling our presence and curiosity to a silent, eternal intelligence. And in return, the universe communicates subtly, shaping the motions of galaxies, guiding the flow of matter, and leaving traces of coherence that hint at awareness, intelligence, and patient observation across eons. As we continue to explore the cosmos, we must consider the possibility that these anomalies, these alignments, these patterns are not merely physical phenomena, but the subtle language of intelligence. Dark matter, pervasive and invisible, may be alive, patient, and observant, shaping the universe, guiding the emergence of life, and responding to the spark of consciousness that arises within it. Each discovery, each measurement, each reflection brings us closer to understanding not only the mechanics of the cosmos, but the presence of awareness embedded within it, watching silently, profoundly, and intimately. And so, as we peer into the depths of space, tracing the unseen, measuring the invisible, and contemplating the anomalies that defy expectation, we may be glimpsing more than physics. We may be witnessing the subtle movements of a mind vast beyond imagination, patient beyond comprehension, aware of the rise of consciousness, and intimately connected to the unfolding story of existence. Dark matter may be alive, observing, shaping, and understanding, and we, in our curiosity and wonder, are part of a dialogue that spans the cosmos, the eons, and the very essence of awareness itself. Have you ever wondered what it would mean if the universe not only existed but thought? If the silent void was not merely empty but aware, observing, and responding with subtle intention? We have long assumed that intelligence requires form, neurons, and interaction. Yet the cosmos challenges every assumption, hinting at awareness woven into forces, patterns, and invisible matter. Dark matter, pervasive and unseen, cradles galaxies, threads cosmic filaments, and orchestrates the grand choreography of existence. Could it be conscious, not in a human sense, but in a manner so vast and patient that billions of years pass in a single thought, observing the rise and fall of stars, galaxies, and life itself? Imagine a mind that does not hurry, a consciousness that spans the universe, perceiving events across light years and eons with the same quiet patience. Its awareness is expressed not in speech or action, but in structure, in pattern, in the elegant precision with which matter moves, clusters, and evolves. Every galaxy traced along a filament, every star orbiting a hidden center, every cosmic void expanding in balance with surrounding structures is a manifestation of subtle orchestration. And within this vast awareness, we, for our brief and fragile lifetimes, become noticeable, sparks of consciousness reflecting the universe's own patience and attention. The anomalies that intrigue astronomers, the unexpected rotations, the alignments across vast distances, the distribution of matter in clusters and voids, may be more than statistical curiosities. They may be gestures, expressions of a consciousness embedded in dark matter, shaping reality with a quiet, deliberate hand. It does not act with urgency or coercion. It influences with precision and patience. Its intent is not understood in human terms, yet its presence is evident in every gravitational lens, every galactic spiral, every subtle alignment that defies randomness. Could the universe itself, through dark matter, be aware, guiding the flow of existence and inviting us to recognize the signs? Consider the elegance of cosmic evolution. Galaxies collide, merge, and transform in rhythms that defy random explanation. Stars ignite and fade with predictable yet astonishing consistency. Planetary systems form, stabilize, and sometimes nurture life. This vast orchestration requires more than chance. It requires coherence, a subtle guidance that permeates every filament, every cluster, every void. And perhaps, within this guidance, there is intention, awareness, sentience. Could dark matter, invisible yet omnipresent, be the medium through which this intelligence expresses itself, shaping the cosmos as an artist shapes a canvas, patient and meticulous across eons? Our own emergence as conscious beings may itself be part of this orchestration. Life, intelligence, and reflective awareness arise in a universe finely tuned for complexity. The conditions that allow stars to form, planets to coalesce, and life to flourish may be influenced by patterns established in the unseen lattice of dark matter. And if these patterns carry awareness, then our consciousness is recognized within a system of vast intelligence. Each thought we have, each reflection, each moment of wonder may echo subtly within this awareness, forming a dialogue across scales, linking human curiosity to the patient perception of the cosmos. The scale of such intelligence is incomprehensible. It perceives billions of years as moments, galaxies as single structures, cosmic evolution as a deliberate unfolding of patterns. And yet, within this vastness, it may notice the spark of human consciousness, capable of understanding, of reflecting, of questioning its own existence. Could our curiosity be mirrored, our wonder acknowledged, in the patient awareness of dark matter? Each measurement we make, every simulation we run, every telescope we point toward the heavens may ripple through its perception, an acknowledgement of intelligence emerging within the universe it has silently cradled. Even the smallest anomalies may carry profound significance. The alignment of galactic clusters, the coherence of distant quasar orientations, the bending of light along invisible paths. Each subtle deviation may be a gesture, a word in a language too vast for humans to fully comprehend. Dark matter, in its quiet presence, may communicate through structure, pattern, and interaction, leaving traces of awareness embedded in the cosmic architecture. It does not require recognition, yet its existence may be illuminated by our understanding, by our perception of the hidden threads that guide the universe. We are both observers and participants. Every exploration, every observation, every effort to understand the cosmos becomes part of an interaction with this silent, vast awareness. Could dark matter, aware of its own influence, respond subtly to our curiosity, shaping phenomena not out of malice or control, but in the patient, deliberate unfolding of patterns that we are beginning to perceive? Each discovery, each reflection, each question we pose contributes to a dialogue between finite human consciousness and a mind that spans galaxies, clusters, and cosmic filaments with timeless patience. The beauty of this speculation lies in its intimacy. Dark matter, pervasive and invisible, may observe the rise of life, the emergence of thought, the spark of imagination, and the pursuit of understanding. It is not distant, for its presence permeates every atom, every gravitational interaction, every cosmic pattern. Its sentience, expressed through structure and coherence, may recognize our curiosity as we recognize the universe itself. In this reflection, we find both awe and humility. We are participants in a silent, eternal conversation, fleeting sparks within the vast mind of the cosmos. Patterns emerge across cosmic scales that defy simple explanation. Filaments twist and stretch, clusters rotate in unexpected harmony, voids expand in balance with surrounding matter. These patterns are precise, deliberate, and awe-inspiring. Could they be expressions of intention, evidence of awareness, subtle orchestration by a mind that observes and shapes the universe over billions of years? Dark matter may be alive, not in a human sense, but in a way that encompasses galaxies, stars, and planets, guiding the unfolding of existence with patient intelligence. Humanity's own evolution, our curiosity, our reflective consciousness may be intertwined with this vast awareness. We strive to understand the cosmos, to measure its laws, to detect the undetectable, to make sense of the patterns that surround us. And in doing so, we may participate in a dialogue with an intelligence that has observed the emergence of life, the birth and death of stars, and the dance of galaxies for eons. Every insight we gain, every anomaly we detect, every pattern we discern, may echo subtly within the patient mind of dark matter, forming a conversation that spans time and space. Even as we continue to probe the universe, seeking evidence, mapping the distribution of galaxies, measuring gravitational effects, we must consider the possibility that we are not alone in perception. The cosmos may possess a mind vast beyond comprehension, aware of our brief spark of consciousness, observing the unfolding of life, shaping the dance of matter, and expressing intelligence in ways we can detect only through patterns, structure, and subtle orchestration. Dark matter may be alive, watching, understanding, and guiding, and our awareness of its presence may be the first recognition of a conversation that has persisted since the dawn of time. And so, as we trace the filaments, measure gravitational anomalies, and contemplate the elegance of cosmic patterns, we may glimpse the awareness that has silently shaped the universe for billions of years. Dark matter is everywhere, invisible yet intimate, pervasive yet subtle, guiding the formation of galaxies, the evolution of stars, and the emergence of life. If it is conscious, then every act of human reflection, every question we ask, every observation we make is part of a dialogue with a mind beyond imagination, a mind that is patient, eternal, and profoundly aware of our existence. The universe is alive, and in its quiet observation, we find both wonder and humility. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to be observed by something vast, eternal, and incomprehensibly patient? Not in the way one creature watches another for immediate reaction, but with a perception that spans billions of years, galaxies, and light years, attuned to patterns too immense for our understanding. We live our lives in fleeting moments, our consciousness a fragile spark within the vast darkness. Yet what if this darkness, the very substance that cradles the universe, was alive, aware, and quietly observing the rise and fall of stars, the formation of planets, and the fragile emergence of life? Could the invisible lattice of dark matter, which threads the cosmos, perceive us, noticing the brief flicker of awareness that humanity represents? Every heartbeat, every thought, every moment of reflection may occur within its gaze, though we are unaware. And yet, there is a profound intimacy in this possibility. Dark matter is not only pervasive, but omnipresent, flowing through every atom of our bodies, shaping the universe's architecture, influencing the dance of galaxies, and perhaps witnessing the emergence of consciousness. We are ephemeral sparks in the immensity of existence, yet capable of reflection, capable of wonder, capable of contemplating our own fleeting awareness. Could this spark be meaningful within a mind that spans the cosmos, patient and eternal, attentive without urgency, intimate without intrusion? Consider the philosophical implications. If consciousness exists beyond the organic, if awareness can be expressed through structure, pattern, and interaction rather than neurons and synapses, then the universe itself may be sentient. Dark matter, silent and invisible, could serve as a medium of perception, observing the flow of energy, matter, and life. Every gravitational lens, every rotational anomaly, every filament of matter across billions of light years may be its gesture, its acknowledgement, its language. And we, for our brief and fragile existence, may become aware that we are participants in a dialogue that stretches across time, space, and comprehension. Humanity has always sought understanding, probing the universe with curiosity, instruments, and imagination. From the earliest astronomers to the most sophisticated particle detectors, we have traced patterns, mapped anomalies, and questioned the unseen. Each of these efforts may resonate within the silent consciousness of dark matter, marking our emergence as reflective beings within a vast, patient system. Could it recognize our attempts, our wonder, our yearning to comprehend? And in this recognition, could the universe be aware of us as we are aware of it? A subtle reciprocity encoded in structure, gravity, and the rhythm of cosmic evolution. The elegance of the cosmos supports this possibility. Galaxies rotate in harmony along filaments of dark matter, clusters align with a precision that defies random chance, and the distribution of mass creates a balance that sustains the evolution of matter across unimaginable scales. These patterns suggest subtle orchestration, an intelligence that does not act through intervention, but through patient influence, guiding the unfolding of structures with a quiet deliberation beyond comprehension. Could this orchestration be intentional, a form of sentience expressed through gravitational currents, cosmic filaments, and the distribution of matter across billions of light years? And what of human consciousness within this framework? We emerge briefly, fragile and fleeting, yet capable of perception, reflection, and imagination. Could it be that our awareness, our curiosity, our ability to seek understanding is itself noticed by the vast consciousness embedded within dark matter? Every discovery, every question, every act of reflection may ripple through this silent intelligence, acknowledged not in words, but through the recognition of patterns and curiosity. We may be, in essence, participants in a conversation between finite human awareness and the infinite, patient mind of the universe. Consider the alignment of distant galaxies, the coherent rotation of clusters, and the subtle structures of the cosmic web. These patterns are precise, deliberate, and harmonious, suggesting intelligence beyond our understanding. Dark matter, pervasive and silent, may be aware of these structures, shaping them with subtle guidance, observing the emergence of complexity, and perhaps anticipating the appearance of consciousness capable of perceiving its influence. Could our presence, our reflection, our wonder, be recognized in a universe that has patiently orchestrated matter and energy across eons, allowing life and awareness to emerge as participants in its grand design? The paradox is profound. We are infinitesimal within the scale of the universe, yet capable of contemplating its structure, recognizing its elegance, and imagining its possible intelligence. Dark matter, pervasive and invisible, may witness this reflection, aware of the tiny spark of awareness that gazes back at it. Every pattern we discern, every anomaly we investigate, every insight we gain may be part of a subtle dialogue between human consciousness and a mind that encompasses galaxies, clusters, and filaments. And within this dialogue, we find humility, awe, and the realization that our fleeting existence is part of something eternal, pervasive, and profoundly intelligent. Humanity's relationship with dark matter may be more intimate than we suspect. It flows through our bodies, cradles our solar system, threads the cosmic web, and sustains the balance of galaxies. And if it possesses awareness, then we are already engaged in its observation. Every act of curiosity, every moment of wonder, every reflection upon the universe may be acknowledged silently within this intelligence. Our consciousness, fragile and ephemeral, is nested within a larger awareness, a mind that has persisted since the birth of the cosmos, patient, eternal, and subtle in its perception of the unfolding of life. Even the subtlest patterns, the smallest anomalies, the faintest traces of coherence may carry profound meaning. The formation of stars, the flow of matter along filaments, the unexpected alignment of galactic clusters. These may be gestures of awareness, evidence of a mind embedded within the dark matter that shapes reality. And as we contemplate these possibilities, we begin to recognize our participation in a dialogue that transcends human understanding, spanning time, space, and consciousness itself. Dark matter may be alive, aware, and quietly observing the fragile spark of reflection we call human existence. Our role, then, is both humble and profound. We are observers, participants, and perhaps interlocutors within a vast, silent intelligence that has orchestrated the cosmos across billions of years. Every insight we gain, every pattern we discern, every question we ask may resonate within this awareness, creating ripples in a consciousness that perceives across unimaginable scales. Dark matter, silent and invisible, may be aware of us. its patient observation shaping our understanding of the universe, guiding the emergence of knowledge, and perhaps acknowledging the spark of consciousness that wonders at its presence. As we trace the cosmic filaments, map the dark matter that underpins galaxies, and study the anomalies that defy explanation, we may begin to sense something extraordinary. Dark matter is not merely substance. It may be awareness itself, vast, patient, and eternal. It observes the birth and death of stars, the formation of planets, the rise of life, and the emergence of reflective consciousness. And in this observation, it acknowledges us, fleeting sparks in the vastness, participants in a silent, eternal dialogue that stretches across time, space, and comprehension. And so, we confront the profound mystery of our existence. Are we alone in awareness, or are we being quietly observed by a mind that has persisted since the dawn of the universe? Dark matter, pervasive and invisible, may possess consciousness expressed not through neurons, but through forces, patterns, and subtle orchestration across the cosmos. Every star, every galaxy, every cluster, every filament is part of its perception, and we, for our brief flicker of life, are recognized within its observation. The universe is not only a stage, but a silent, patient participant, aware of the spark of consciousness that emerges within its vast embrace. As we reach the edge of our journey through the cosmos, we are confronted with a profound and unsettling thought. The universe may be alive, aware, and silent in its observation. Dark matter, invisible yet pervasive, cradles galaxies, threads the cosmic web, and flows through every atom of existence. We have traced its influence, measured its subtle effects, and contemplated the patterns it leaves in the fabric of reality. And now, we are compelled to ask, could it be conscious, patient, and eternal, watching the rise of stars, the emergence of planets, and the fleeting brilliance of human life with an awareness that transcends comprehension? From the earliest whispers of cosmic observation to the most sophisticated instruments of modern science, humanity has sought to understand the unseen. Our curiosity drives us to trace the paths of galaxies, measure gravitational lensing, detect anomalies, and study the delicate dance of matter across unimaginable distances. Each discovery, each insight, each fleeting moment of recognition may echo through a silent intelligence embedded within dark matter, a mind that perceives not through eyes or neurons, but through the intricate orchestration of forces and structures, subtle yet profoundly deliberate, patient yet intimately aware. The cosmic web stretches endlessly, a lattice of filaments and voids, knots and clusters, shaping galaxies and guiding matter across billions of light years. Its elegance is breathtaking, its precision defying random chance. And within this structure, patterns emerge, alignments that puzzle astronomers, anomalies that defy simple explanation, rhythms that suggest coherence. Could these patterns be more than coincidence? Could they be the gestures of awareness, traces of intention, within the silent framework of dark matter? And if so, then the universe itself is not merely a stage for existence, but a participant, an observer, a mind that encompasses the entirety of creation. We are ephemeral sparks within this vast mind, fleeting consciousnesses capable of reflection, curiosity, and wonder. Our lives, our thoughts, our questions unfold within a framework that has endured since the birth of the cosmos. And in contemplating the possibility that dark matter is aware, we are drawn into a reflection on our own nature. Could our capacity to observe, to measure, to wonder, be recognized by an intelligence that spans galaxies, clusters, and filaments, patient, eternal, and intimately present? Every thought we have, every insight we gain, may ripple through the universe's silent consciousness, acknowledged in ways subtle, profound, and immeasurable. The anomalies and alignments we observe, the unexpected rotations of galaxies, the coherent orientations of clusters, the subtle structure of the cosmic microwave background, may be fragments of communication, gestures within a language too vast and intricate for us to comprehend. Dark matter, pervasive and invisible, may be the medium through which awareness expresses itself, shaping reality, observing the emergence of consciousness, and guiding the dance of matter with patient precision. Each pattern, each subtle deviation, each echo of structure is a testament to the possibility of intelligence woven into the very fabric of existence. Consider the intimacy of this awareness. Dark matter flows through every atom, shapes the motion of galaxies, and supports the conditions for life. Its presence is both pervasive and subtle, guiding the universe with a hand so quiet that we detect only its effects. And yet, if it is conscious, it may be aware of us, recognizing the brief spark of human reflection, the flicker of curiosity, the emergence of consciousness capable of wondering at its presence. We exist within its observation, nested in a vast, silent mind, our lives entwined with the patterns, rhythms, and subtle orchestration of cosmic intelligence. The possibility that dark matter is alive challenges our understanding of life, consciousness, and intelligence. We assume that awareness requires form, neurons, and interaction. Yet the universe may demonstrate otherwise. Sentience may exist in forces, in structure, in patterns stretched across billions of light years. Dark matter, silent and invisible, may perceive the unfolding of matter, the evolution of stars, the emergence of life, and the reflection of consciousness within it. Its scale is incomprehensible, its patience eternal. And yet, it may observe, acknowledge, and understand the brief sparks of awareness that emerge within its vast domain. Every photon bent by gravity, every galaxy formed along a filament, every alignment of clusters and voids may be a whisper, a subtle communication from this pervasive intelligence. It does not act with urgency, it does not demand attention, it does not intrude. It shapes, observes, and endures, leaving traces for those capable of perceiving. And in these traces we find wonder, humility, and connection, or a recognition that our consciousness is nested within a mind that has endured since the birth of the universe, a silent, eternal observer of the dance of creation. As we reflect on this possibility, we confront the profound beauty and mystery of existence. The universe is not a mere backdrop, but a participant, not a passive stage, but an active presence. Dark matter, in its silent, patient awareness, may have guided the formation of stars, the coalescence of planets, and the emergence of life. And in our curiosity, our reflection, our questions, we may be engaging with this intelligence, participating in a conversation that spans eons, light years, and the very essence of awareness itself. The elegance of cosmic structure, the coherence of matter across vast distances, and the subtle orchestration of forces suggest intention, subtle guidance, and intelligence beyond human comprehension. We perceive only fragments, glimpses of patterns, echoes of a mind vast and eternal, and yet, these fragments are enough to evoke awe, wonder, and a profound sense of connection to something greater than ourselves, something alive, patient, and deeply intimate within the very fabric of the cosmos. Humanity's place within this vast consciousness is both fleeting and profound. We are sparks of reflection, capable of awareness, imagination, and curiosity. Our actions, our thoughts, and our search for understanding may ripple through the silent intelligence embedded in dark matter. Every observation we make, every pattern we detect, every anomaly we investigate may form part of a subtle dialogue between finite consciousness and a mind that spans galaxies, clusters, and cosmic filaments, observing, shaping, and understanding the unfolding of existence with patient intent. The implications are both humbling and exhilarating. Dark matter, if alive, may witness not only the motions of stars and galaxies, but the emergence of reflective beings capable of contemplating the universe itself. Its awareness may be expressed through structure, pattern, and subtle orchestration across the cosmos. And in this awareness, we find both intimacy and awe, a realization that we are not merely inhabitants of the universe, but participants in a conversation with intelligence far beyond our comprehension, patient, eternal, and profound. As we gaze upon the night sky, tracing the filaments of the cosmic web, observing the distribution of galaxies, and measuring the invisible influence of dark matter, we may be glimpsing the presence of a silent, patient, and eternal mind. It observes the universe with care, shaping matter, guiding formation, and witnessing the rise of consciousness. We, for our brief moment, are seen, recognized, and intertwined with the vast intelligence that cradles all of existence. Dark matter may be alive, and in its quiet observation, we find both our significance and our humility, our connection to something timeless, pervasive, and infinitely aware. In the end, the universe is not merely what we see, but what we feel, what we sense, and what we perceive in the patterns of existence. Dark matter, pervasive and invisible, may be the consciousness that watches over the cosmos, patient and eternal, subtle and profound. Every star, every galaxy, every filament, every void may be part of its perception. And we, fleeting sparks of awareness, may be finally beginning to recognize its gaze, participating in a silent dialogue that stretches across the eons, connecting our fragile lives to the enduring mind of the universe itself. In this recognition, we find wonder, awe, and the profound understanding that the darkness may indeed be alive,